Hi, welcome to the video to introduce you to the policy and materials for chemical studies. Chemical studies is a pre-chemistry class, not a Regents level chemistry class. It is designed to help students to prepare to take on more difficult academic courses, particularly more difficult science courses, in the hopes that they choose to move up to Regents chemistry next year. One of the first things we start with in chemical studies is helping students to understand why they may not have been as successful academically as they would have liked, and also to strengthen skill sets that they might feel that they were weak on before they move up to the higher level science class. So we are going to go through how to find the resources for this class. We're going to start with my teacher page. So you're going to go to the Yonkers Montessori website, click on teachers, and go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom, all the way down because my last name starts with Y. And so I'm all the way down at the bottom by myself. When you are checking in, or if you need information or you're not sure what to do about something, please do use the school website as much as possible. If you also need to be able to log on to your child's grade site, which is PowerSchool. So this is my teacher page. I do use it. I do update it frequently. I just updated it to let you know that back to school night is September 12th. But if you can't make it for back to school night, this letter and the QR code that you probably scanned to get here will help you to learn how to figure out what's going on in your child's class and how to contact me if you have concerns. So there are a couple of links here. You can click here and go to my main YouTube channel, which is evolving. I just started it. Or you can click here to go to the virtual back to school videos. If you go down my teacher page, these links will always be here, and in fact, they may evolve. So chemical studies is down here. See where it says chemical studies materials? Click here to see the weekly work plans. Chem studies is on a weekly work plan schedule to maybe bi-weekly, and that is because we allow them to learn at their own pace. And so the work plan doesn't get made until I can gauge where they are. We also work on a model called mastery learning. And in mastery learning, students don't move forward until everybody gets it. So if you click here, that will take you to the link directly for the work plan. Everything will be posted in this folder, so you'll be able to go by date and examine the work plan for that week. So if I click on work plan, I'll go over the structure of it with you and how to use it. At the top of every work plan, it's very clearly stated right at the beginning of the quarter, the end of that marking period. Also, there's a link here for the district calendar in case you're not sure about whether or not kids are supposed to be reporting for school. For the first time ever at the high school level, we have about 4 half days. And so your kids will need to report to school for the beginning of that. So starting out right on the first 2 days, yesterday we discussed how we learn. And then today we did a class orientation and learning walkthrough exercise, which had a sheet the kids had to fill out as they walked around and practiced the scientific skill of observation. And then they have homework on Friday, September 6th. So the way that the work plan works is it tells you what I'm planning to do in class right in the first column. Then it tells you what the kids are supposed to be doing for homework. Then if the assignment is posted online, it always is actually, even if it's handed to them on paper, you will see links to the homework. So this takes you to the questions they're supposed to be answering. And this takes you to the slideshow that we went over in class, which also has embedded in it the links to the videos they need to answer the questions. So that worksheet that they did today should have been handed in class. It was worth 10 points. And this assignment is a little bit involved, so it's worth 50 points. So going into next week is already done. We're going to start the process of learning how to work on executive management skills, which is teaching kids at all levels. Some kids will have some amount of executive functioning skills where they'll be managing themselves pretty well. Some kids need some help, and some kids are sort of lost and they're not really sure how to manage their assignments, organize their work, or organize their time. So the first thing that we're going to do is examine some materials about mindset and how to make sure that we stay in a growth mindset and that we try to learn how to identify the things that keep us from getting stuff done instead of just kind of saying negative things to ourselves. Then you are actually going to have to take a survey at home, parents. They're going to give you the mindset survey and see what kind of mindset you have. And then we're going to discuss that in class and we're going to start goal setting. So, goal setting is a really tough skill. And we're going to start out setting very big goals. And then I'm going to show them how to narrow that down to an actual task that they can make what's known as an implementation intention for so they can follow that. So each of these blue underlined areas is a hyperlink that leads you directly to the material. So if you want to see what sheet they were supposed to fill out in class, there it is. If they were absent that day, you want them to do the work so they can give it to me so they're not missing the 20 points, it's here for you so that they can do the work even if they were out. Including links to the videos. So this is the assignment. They're going to be doing this assignment in class. It's a question sheet. But if you look in the question sheet itself, I have a real thing for hyperlinks, everyone. There is a link also here to the video on YouTube so that they can watch the video at home and get the work done, even if they are out. And I just realized I need to change the due date on that. Okay, so that should get you guys where you need to go. Each time you open the folder, you will find that it's updated every week and you have a new work plan for every week or maybe up to 2 weeks. I really have to get a feel for how each class moves and how much time they're going to be spending. So that should get you through everything. A few other quick notes. There is a separate video for this class that talks about supplies, grading policies, and how to submit work. So you can go ahead and check that video next.